Hey folks, Quilly18 here with another board game night. We're back to playing Pandemic along with Enter Elysium, Arumba, and Kenora. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hey
And
there.
we completed our first orbit, and we didn't die yet. That's good.
That's a good start. Good start. I am all first to ask the operation expert who I just love building stuff, guys. I love it. Like, there are not enough research stations in all of the world for me to feel complete. So, as we did not at all discuss in the break, I'm going to take my 4 actions and move to Kolkata, Hong Kong, and then the slightly dubious choice of going up to Shanghai and put down a research station here. Just because it's closer to Seoul and we are kind of expecting there to be an infection. And once that happens, all the infection cards are reshuffled and then shit can get really, really real way too quickly. And with that done, I'm going to pull 2 cards. Oh,
We're
well,
really
would
due
you
for our
look at
first epidemic, I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think that happens before I draw my second card, right?
It does, although you can go ahead and draw your second one now. I think it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You
do
don't
that.
you don't
Okay.
draw something to replace the epidemic card.
No.
So, when we get an epidemic, this is where the really hairy stuff happens. First, we move the infection rate by 1. So, the infection rate determines how many cities get infected every turn when we draw from the infection deck. So, right now, it's still only going to be 2 cities, but it will get worse as the game goes on. The second thing is that we have to draw a card off the bottom of the infection draw pile and drop 3 cubes there. So, this is like a completely new city. So, we've got the bottom of the infection deck over on the left-hand side over here. I'm going to drop a card out of that. Algiers. So Algiers is going to get 3 cubes.
It's out of the way, but it is black again.
Yeah. We're going to run out of black cubes. We got to, like, luckily our medic is going to keep smashing down the black as much as possible, which sounds politically incorrect.
Black plague.
Yeah.
I've got a thing against black plagues.
Then that goes into the infection discard pile. And then what we have to do is shuffle the discard pile and put it on top of the infection deck. So I will shuffle.
Yeah.
And then put
So
the whole
what
thing
happens
on top of
here
the
is
infection
because
deck.
we are putting the cards that have already been outbreak on top again. They've been outbroke and they've been like infected and stuff, and now we put them back on top. They're gonna happen again. So in theory, Algiers could be the next draw.
Algiers, Mumbai, and Seoul would all be terrible.
Those are like hit them ASAP. It's such a shame that they're spread out.
Yeah.
We do have pieces that are 1 turn away from sorting them out. Like the dispatcher can move both the medic and the researcher. Actually, the researcher can get over to Algiers on her own if she wants to.
But unfortunately, it means waiting through my turn and then through the medic's turn for Algiers, and I still think Seoul will be waiting.
And I think I should be pulling 2 cards, right, off the infection
Yes,
deck,
sir.
shouldn't I? Yes,
You have
here
to
we go.
infect 2 cities. Ho Chi Minh City is fine. That's okay.
And
Do you draw them immediately? Because didn't we already draw the epidemic as one of them?
No, the
No,
epidemic
sorry,
is a player
Epidemic's
card.
in your player card. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So Istanbul, which was over here. Yeah. All right. So we dodged the bullet, but bullets are still in
I
there.
just cleaned up this mess.
well, not next time. Use gloves.
People just don't wash their hands.
Yeah,
It's like,
disinfection.
you see the Incredibles icon at the top?
Yeah.
Along the there's a scene in there where he said, "I just saved the world. It just keeps getting back into precarious position or something."
I think there was an incredible themed version of Pandemic.
Really?
Yeah, you can play that in this. If you click that button, it'll tell you how to play it. Kind of.
Okay.
Anyway,
But it's the dispatcher.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know if
Mr.
we've
Pink.
said for people at home, but the problem with 3 cubes is you can't have 4 cubes. If you get a 4th cube trying to fit into a 3 cube, every city attached gets a cube.
Which is very bad. It's called an outbreak, which it advances the outbreak meter. If we get to the end of the outbreak meter, we lose. But also, it just means there's more disease cubes everywhere. And if we run out of cubes of a color, we lose.
Yeah, more ways to lose. This game just wants you to die.
It really does.
Oh, by the way, I now have 2 black cards. I've got Baghdad and Karachi.
Do you?
So
Getting
yes,
I have 2 black cards, and I can give those
have
to you
one.
very easily. Where is your
I have
black
one,
card,
not that it
Arumba?
matters. Moscow.
Moscow. So if you guys got to Moscow, we could do a
I don't
trade
think
there.
we can, though, because we'll have to ignore the 3 cubes.
Yeah, I think he's got to
could
deal with the
cure-
disease.
Well, we have the cards now. Let's just fight back the Black Plague for
Yeah.
a turn, and then worry about.
And in the turn
fixing it.
in between that, someone might draw more black cards, and it might become simpler.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to move people. I think I'm moving. Am I moving Arumba to Tehran?
Yes, please.
So you can do Tehran and Mumbai. Who else do you want to move?
Here's an interesting idea. Oh no, the medic goes first. Ugh. Well, no, there's no good way of doing this. I was going to say, if you can somehow move me in the same place as Arumba at the start of, or wherever Arumba's going to end, I guess you could move. No, there's no good way of doing it. Well, if you moved Arumba to Mumbai, and he cleared out Mumbai and then went to Tehran and cleared that out, if you left me in Tehran, on my turn, I could give Arumba my cards, and then I wouldn't be able to take enough cubes
You
off
wouldn't
of
be able to take
Algiers.
Algiers.
Yeah, I don't think there's a good way of doing it. That's too bad.
Okay, I'm going to just move you to Algiers, and I'm going to move Knorr to Seoul.
Wait, 1,
And that's the end of my
2,
go.
3, 4. Yeah, there's no good way of doing it. Not if we want to clear Tehran.
Yeah.
I
mean,
suppose
I'm
if
just going to spend my go making people's goes cheaper, in effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just getting
that's
rid of those
probably
movements.
fine.
But I don't think I can hit anything, which is strange.
It's all like I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, the Black Plague isn't that bad, but currently, the Black Plague isn't that bad, even if it spreads, because it's not going to chain react.
Not yet, but that can change very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. On my turn, I can move to another location like Baghdad.
Yeah.
Could the
Yes, the Black
could the
Plague
Black
can go into
Plague
different
spread
colors.
into the blue?
Mhm.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
yes, it can.
nasty.
But they don't cross-react.
So what happens if you have like 3, but they're different colors?
That's
Is it
fine.
They
Still
don't cross-react.
outbreak?
You can have 3 and 3.
Yeah, it's just when it hits
Okay.
the fourth of one color is when it goes
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
So I'll draw my cards.
Mhm.
Okay, I've got 2 red. And 2 black and 3 blue.
Ooh.
That's
Pretty
really
cool.
annoying.
Yeah.
Definitely have to do some swaps. Or you can burn some cards, especially at the dispatcher. You're in a pretty good
Yeah,
position to do
like
that.
I might just end up burning cards.
But how many black do you
Particularly
have?
Useful for burning cards too.
Okay, so we current in our hands have enough black to cure the disease. It's just a question of figuring out who to get the black cards to.
It'll take a lot of moves to get them together. I think if someone could draw one and then Quill can add his 2, that'd be grand.
Yep.
Baghdad.
Okay, I'll drop a cube there. That's fine. And Kolkata. No, that's fine. Again, we dodged the bullet.
See, I'm not a Cylon.
This time.
You're just gonna nuke
Ooh.
Asia
Yeah, I was
at
about
some
to say,
point.
I need nukes. Just nuke Asia. No, not Asia. Nuke. Oh god, that would be so politically weird.
Doesn't matter where you say you're nuking; it's going to sound bad.
Yeah. Nuke the
So,
whales.
medic.
Hmm. Well, my turn's pretty straightforward. I'll spend turn 1 to clear out Tehran,
Mhm.
or move 1, move 2 to go to here, move 3 to get to Mumbai, and move 4 to clear out all 3 of those.
Medic doing medic
Yeah.
things.
It's all
Yeah.
clean now.
Nicely
Don't get
done.
it dirty again.
We haven't drawn Tehran or Karachi, have we? So
We have not.
Oh shoot!
Well,
You guys are gonna hate me.
Did you? Oh,
no, this is a good thing. It means that there's going to be a big break between this epidemic and the next one.
that's true. It's
It's
actually
not my
puts
fault.
Algiers and Seoul will not get drawn because the cards
Yeah.
in the discard pile are the ones that are there. So that's not so bad.
So we know.
For those of
exactly
you who
which
don't
one.
know, there's currently 5 epidemics in the deck, which is about normal difficulty. You can go easier, you can go harder. And you do split them up when you build the deck, so they're supposed to be spread out relatively evenly. So yeah, you're right about there being a pretty decent break until the next one.
So we know we break. We also know exactly what's going to outbreak next. So we've got what 4 cards in the discard, and what outbroke last time?
St. Petersburg, Baghdad, Kolkata, and I guess Algiers. And
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Algiers in there?
No, it's not in
Well-
this card. It's in the infection deck.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, in the discard though, we're going to be drawing the next 4
It's
cards.
Kolkata, Baghdad, was it Istanbul, and Ho Chi Minh City. So those are the 4 that are
we're
going to
fine.
be next, and we
Kolkata
know they
and
can't explode,
Baghdad.
which is nice.
Kolkata and Baghdad are going to be freeze though. So
Yeah, they've got to be bumped down, but nothing
yeah, but
critical.
we've got 2 turns where we know we're not gonna break out.
So London is the new outbreak of the common cold, so it's going to get 3 cubes.
It's fine. I never liked
Yep.
London anyway.
So that goes... Oh yeah, and the infection rate goes up by 1 as well. And then I shuffle the discard pile and put it on top of the infection deck. So the actual problem now is London. London has 3 cubes and is one of the top 5 cards in there. There's actually not a whole lot of cards. It's going to hit in the next 3 turns. We're going to get an outbreak in London if we don't do anything about it.
However, if you go, you can take one off Algiers, 1-2 London, take
That's
another
true.
one. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't draw in Arumba's turn,
Okay. Arumba, don't F this up.
You have one
Well, I just-
more player. You have one more player card to pull before you take
I-
the infections.
Oh, so
As-
the epidemic doesn't count as a player card?
It
Oh,
does.
It does. So if you pull
Okay,
one
I
already,
drew
then-
one and then I drew a second. I've got
Okay.
2
Okay.
yellows now, 2 oranges, and 1 black.
Well,
Okay.
this is way too spread out. We're all horrible at this. We shouldn't. We
Yes.
shouldn't. We should pool our resources.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We should set up some like Dropbox or something for bacteria.
Arumba, do you want to go ahead and draw infect 2 cities?
I don't want to, no. Kolkata.
All right, that's fine.
That's a 3, but yes.
And Ho Chi Minh
Hey!
City.
Okay, we dodged the
We s-
bullet. That's good. I can get to London.
Yeah, and I can get well.
I'll do Kolkata and Ho Chi Minh City. So they're both at 3, which isn't great.
But they're not going to come up for a while,
Mm-hmm.
so we should be able to clear them out.
Well, we could probably cure black soon, right? 'Cause we've got the cards.
Hopefully, we
I'm
just have to
hoping.
find a turn. Because on
Yeah,
my
it'll
turn...
be a gap. There'll be a gap before we can actually do it. Like,
Yeah. So on my turn, my first action will be to remove 1 cube from Algiers, so now it can't outbreak. 2, 3, move to London, remove 1 cube from London, so it can't outbreak. And we know it's going to outbreak in the next 2 turns. In fact, it's got a 66% chance of hitting.
Algiers or
right
London.
now.
Algiers won't go, yeah.
It won't go super fast, but Algiers,
Alright.
for all we know, could be in the next couple of turns as well. It could have been at the top of the
Yeah.
deck waiting to burst. So I got to draw 2 cards into my hand. So I've got 2 yellow, 2 black, and an orange. So no real good coordination. Does anyone have 3 yellow?
No,
2.
Mm-mm.
one.
All right.
2 here.
Hopefully we can start dumping these soon. And then I've got to infect 2 cities. I get Istanbul. Okay, that's fine. And Baghdad. So Baghdad's now at 3.
Yeah.
Although it can't explode until we get another epidemic at least.
Yeah, and we know we've got a gap between epidemics, so we're okay for a little while.
Mm-hmm. So now it's Knorr's turn, the operations expert.
Oh,
Who's-
I should probably start by removing 1 from Seoul.
I agree.
Because I'm here, and that seems like a good idea. I'm gonna have a look at my hand. Okay, so I have 2 black. I've got Karachi and Baghdad. Baghdad, I can pretty easily get rid of. If I end my turn on a research station, or actually, I can just go to Baghdad.
Okay, so you've got 2 blacks,
Yeah.
and Arumba, you've got 2 reds.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm trying to think. I need to give cards to people because I'm very at my hand limit. And right, Knorr, you've got an ability that you can discard any card to end up at any city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I happen to have Calcutta and Istanbul, so if you were to be on any one of those, or if you're going to be, in fact, if you were at Istanbul, I can go to Baghdad and I can pop to Istanbul and give you Istanbul.
Would that get him to 3 black?
Yes.
Because, okay, and then I can give him my 2 black. Alternatively, if you could give me a black card, but I'm too far away.
No, no,
Okay,
this will work. This will work because I can.
So
move
you
Yeah, I
want
like
you want me in Istanbul, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm moved once. I'm gonna go to Shanghai. That's my second action, and I'm gonna take my third to go to Baghdad. And then I'm gonna ignore the Black Plague ridden
Alternatively, I
Baghdad.
can move you.
Well,
You can take one off Baghdad and I can move you.
okay, I'll do that.
Because I
I'll
can
stay-
go to there, I can move you, I can move me, I can give you a card, yeah. And then
Okay.
Quill. Oh no, but that means Quill can't get to you and give you both
Yeah,
cards.
if
okay, yeah. we're
if
not
you
doing
leave the
that
cube
then.
on Baghdad and you do that,
I'm
and then
I'm going to Istanbul instead, and that should
Yeah.
be all my all my actions, and now I currently have 5 cards, so I'm gonna be at full capacity at this point.
You might
But-
just draw 2 black. You never know.
Yeah, I
might-
gotta check
well,
to
I
see
drew
when you
I drew
discard.
one. I drew Algiers, so I have 3 now.
Okay, so you don't need me.
And special event, government grant. Add
Oh,
a
that's good.
play anytime. Add a research station to any city for free.
Play
I
it
might
now,
as well,
because it's
yeah,
fun.
I
Yeah.
might as well play it now because I don't want it in my hand. The question is, where do we want a research station? I'm wondering if we should just put one in, in Sao Paulo, perhaps, just to add the movement, or
I tend to
Or-
ignore yellow, and it tends to work out fine. I think somewhere
Yeah.
like Ho Chi Minh City, it's only one away from an existing research station, but it has a free. Or Algiers, or London. London might not be bad.
yeah, I'm liking London because it's gonna get freaky soon. So I'm gonna go with London.
Sounds like London to me.
And now let's see London explode in the Common Cold, shall we? I'm
good.
psychic.
No, it's okay. There's only 2 cubes on there.
Yeah. Good work, everyone.
I'm being silent. I'm just trying to see when we have to discard. Oh, it's instantly. If you
Yeah, I
ever
think
have more than
instantly.
7 cards, discard.
That's why I'm really paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a cube on London. Well, not on the research station.
And as soon as
So,
we run out of cards,
Quill-
the game is over and we lose. So wasting cards because you hit your can limit and have to discard is really bad.
Kinshasa, which is down here.
Okay.
Meh.
You're welcome, world.
Now, if you do have to discard at this point, it's sounding like it might start to be safe to discard black cards because I think we've got enough for the cure for that.
Yeah. Well, we know we have. You've got 2, and Knorr's got 3.
Yeah.
So it's certain. So
In-
we're definitely sure on that one.
In any case, it's the medic's turn.
Is it mine?
No, it's
Oh,
oh,
the dispatcher. Did I skip you? My
Yeah.
bad.
I
Mhm.
haven't acted.
You were doing so much talking, I thought it was your turn. You're plotting.
I'm a Cylon. It's true. Who wants to be moved? I want to move. Quill.
Yeah, I think you've got to save me a turn. Yeah, because that way, that'll be enough for me to move to Istanbul and then spend my last 2 actions giving my
Good
black
God.
cards away.
Yeah.
So
Arumba, do you want moving?
Well, I'm just thinking I would like to clear out the black, but at the same time, if we're going to get a cure, then I can just walk through all the cities and cure them without spending an
Yeah, but
extra move.
that's going to be a few turns off.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
gonna
might
be-
explode before then.
3?
Okay.
Basically, at this point, we want the cure for black, not only because it's easy for you to remove the cube, so that once the black cards come up in the infection deck, we can ignore them, giving us more time to actually work on the other cures.
Does
Well,
it only
here's-
happen
Right.
once we sunset the disease by deleting everything on the board, though?
that's right.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't tend to bother sunsetting the disease just because it's so easy to keep it in check. And it,
I like sunsetting just because, especially black, because we have so many black cards in the infection deck.
that's true, though.
It's
I
great
think
if
this
you
might be
can
one
pull it
time.
off, but you can't
Right.
like spend too many resources trying to do it.
We haven't talked too much about the infection rate up here, but currently it's at 2. Next time
What-
we get an infection, it's going to go to 3, and that means we pull 3 cards on the infection deck instead. So basically,
Yeah.
shit's about to get even realer.
Mm-hmm.
What if
That's-
what if for the next turn, for my turn, instead of putting me in Kolkata, what if I went from Mumbai to Jakarta? It's the same number of moves you just spent, but then I can go to Ho Chi Minh and Kolkata next turn. Is Ho
Wait,
Chi Minh? I mean, that
Where were you, Aruma?
He's
I was in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I could put you in Calcutta.
I feel
you
like
can
if-
delete Calcutta,
Elysium,
you
you're
can go to
leaving
Ho Chi
yourself enough moves to go to Istanbul and give your card away, right?
Minh. Technically, I don't need to because we're going to be used to black, and I can just discard black.
Right. And I guess you can teleport anyone, including yourself, to another player. So it's just one move for you to end up in Istanbul.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting.
like if I wanted to move into Istanbul and give a card, it only takes me 2 moves. So I can move to Istanbul, I can give a card.
Mhm.
Actually, can I move any player to any one, or is it any player to me, or me to any player?
Any pawn to any city containing a pawn.
In this
Yep.
case, Quill, I'd move you to Istanbul instead of that one. to
Right, of
Essen.
course. I forgot about that.
Derp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derp, derp, derp. And then
Smart.
And you're going to want to
Right,
end up
so-
in Istanbul, which only takes 1 action.
Well, I don't have to. I mean, you've got 2 black cards.
Oh, that's
three.
right. We don't need your cards. I was forgetting
Yeah,
about
like,
that.
I
My
can
bad.
burn my black cards.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you end up in Calcutta, you can delete Calcutta. You can move to Ho Chi Minh. You can delete.
Yes, the reason I'm thinking of going the other way though is that
Yeah.
my next turn is probably going to be cleaning up the black area. That sounds terrible. But so it would be better to do Ho Chi Minh first and then
I
end
would-
in Kolkata.
I would disagree because that 3 in Ho Chi Minh could well erupt very soon. Whereas
No,
the
we
black
can't
ones-
because it's in the infection discard.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Yeah. Both Kolkata and Ho Chi Minh are in the infection discard.
Okay, that's not too bad.
I think all the big ones are in the infection discard at the moment.
Okay, so in
okay,
theory, we
well-
can sunset disease entirely.
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure all of the ones that have 3 cubes are in the discard at the
Okay.
moment.
So remember, if I move you to where do you want to be moved?
I'm just thinking we're ignoring Ho Chi Minh, and I saw that card, and so I'm worried about that city. And I think we should clear that city out. But it's my first time playing, so I don't know.
Well, I guess you can end up in the red area anyway because Seoul is going to pop, Beijing's going to pop, and once Seoul pops, it'll be at 3 again.
Mm-hmm.
So if I move to Calcutta, you can go Ho Chi Minh and then up to Seoul or something. And you've also and you've got 2 people near these 3 in central the Middle East. So
I think that's a fine move.
Right, but once okay, so like within the next couple of turns, we're gonna cure this disease. It's a lot
Mhm.
more logical for me to just move through those black tiles and just clear them out for free
Well,
versus having you guys spend turns.
yeah, but you're really good at doing it. But once we have the cure, correct me if I'm wrong, even the rest of our points remove all the cubes for one
Yes.
action, and there's already me
okay.
and Quill there. So even though it's going to take us more actions,
Yeah.
you can't
Okay.
clear it all out on your own anyways. So
Yep. That changes it. I thought that you still could only
Yeah.
remove one at a time.
yeah, everyone else basically gets your ability, and you get to be Jesus.
Sweet. All right. Sounds
Okay.
good.
And I'll move. I'm trying to think. Do I need to move anyone else? Not really. I mean, I could move
No.
to the black area, but I guess I'll move there just in case you need me to help clear stuff out next turn to sunset. But
Right.
that seems fine by me.
Yep.
Okay. All
I've
right.
drawn a yellow and a yellow. I've drawn double yellow.
how many yellows do you have now?
2.
Oh,
Hey,
I have 2.
as do
we
I.
can-
maybe Quill's just going to give a lot of cards next turn.
I could
Gonna
potentially.
discard some blacks. That
Okay.
sounds wrong.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna draw some infections.
Mumbai and Milan.
Oh,
Right, which is fine. We'll have to stress about Milan soon. So let me put a cube on Milan and a cube on Mumbai. There we go.
Okay, cool.
All right, this is fine.
Good.
So now it's the medic's
Good.
turn.
do we want to?
Oh, that was the timer. Yeah.
mm,
Well, we are on the verge of curing the plague. That's pretty good.
mhm.
Nothing's, we're about halfway through, or we're maybe, 2/5 of the way through our player deck. So there was definitely a clock, but so far so good. Thanks
Yeah,
everyone for
smooth
watching.
sailing.
Black's been the important one. Black's been the one that's been threatening us, and if we manage to cure that, then we're ahead.
This white
That's
yellow is
true.
going to sneak out of nowhere out of Africa here and destroy us.
Ebola never does anything.
It's harmless.
All right, folks. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Shiny.
See you soon.